Chosen one of the hardest things about your journey has been suffering in silence while nobody truly understood what you were carrying. People saw parts of your life, but they never saw the full weight on your shoulders. They did not see the private sacrifices, the emotional exhaustion, or the spiritual battles you fought behind closed doors. Yet through all of it, you continued moving forward. That is why heaven is now responding to you in a powerful way. God does not overlook hidden sacrifice. The world may only celebrate public success, but heaven pays attention to private obedience. Every time you chose patience instead of anger, God noticed. Every time you remained humble while being disrespected, God noticed. Every time you continued helping others while secretly struggling yourself, God noticed. Nothing escaped his eyes. Chosen one, your recent action carried spiritual power because it came from a sincere heart. You did not act for attention. You did not move to impress people. You acted out of faith, love, and obedience. That purity is rare in this generation, and heaven responds strongly to people whose hearts remain genuine even after pain. Many people become bitter after disappointment. Many people allow betrayal to harden them. Many people stop believing after repeated delays. But somehow, despite everything you experienced, your heart still sought God. Even during moments when you felt abandoned, you continued praying. Even during seasons when nothing made sense, you continued trusting. That level of endurance has great value in the spiritual realm. God is now preparing to reward what you carried in silence. The tears you cried alone were not wasted. The sacrifices you made without recognition were not meaningless. The moments you denied yourself comfort in order to remain faithful were all being recorded by heaven. Sometimes God allows hidden struggles because he is developing hidden strength. He was shaping your spirit for the blessing you are about to receive. Chosen one, understand this deeply. Delayed reward does not mean forgotten reward. God was never ignoring you. He was preparing the perfect moment for your breakthrough. If certain blessings had arrived earlier, they may have distracted you or damaged you before you were spiritually ready. But now your character has been strengthened through testing. Now your spirit has matured through struggle. Now you are becoming prepared for greater favor. That is why your recent action became so powerful. It proved that your faith was real even without immediate reward. You stayed loyal to God when there was no applause. You remained disciplined when nobody was watching. You kept believing even while carrying disappointment. Heaven responds to that kind of faithfulness. The miracle coming into your life will reflect the magnitude of your sacrifice. God is not only restoring what was lost, he is multiplying what remained faithful. Relationships will begin healing. Opportunities will begin appearing. Peace will replace confusion. Strength will replace exhaustion. And the joy that is coming will feel even greater because of everything you survived to reach it. People who underestimated you will not understand how your life changed so suddenly. They did not see the spiritual seeds you planted through your obedience. They only saw the waiting season, but they never saw heaven preparing your harvest. Chosen one, continue standing firm. Do not allow temporary frustration to weaken your faith now. The season of hidden sacrifice is slowly turning into a season of visible, the reward. God is about to honor your endurance in ways that will leave you speechless. The same God who watched you suffer quietly is now preparing to bless you publicly. Your loyalty during painful seasons has opened the door for divine favor. And when this miracle finally arrives, you will realize that every sacrifice, every tear, and every lonely moment was leading you towards something greater than you ever imagined. Chosen one, there comes a moment when God decides that it is finally time for your life to shift. And when that moment arrives, no force on earth can stop it. No enemy, no betrayal, no lie, and no obstacle has the authority to cancel what heaven has already approved. That is the season you are entering now. Your recent action activated something powerful in the spiritual realm, and God is releasing a miracle that cannot be blocked by human opposition. For a long time, you have dealt with resistance that made no sense. Some people disliked you without reason. Others secretly competed with you even though you never fought against them. There were moments when doors suddenly closed, relationships changed unexpectedly, and opportunities disappeared right when you were there. GHT progress was coming. You questioned why your path seemed more difficult than everyone else's. But chosen one, the truth is this. The attack against your life was proof that there is something valuable connected to your destiny. The enemy often targets people who carry purpose, not because they are weak, but because they are dangerous to darkness. Your strength, your wisdom, your compassion, and your spiritual calling threatened forces that wanted you to remain stuck in fear. That is why you faced so much resistance. But despite everything sent against you, you are still standing. That alone is evidence that God has been protecting you the entire time. Chosen one, your recent action proved that you are no longer controlled by fear or bitterness. In the past, certain attacks may have distracted you. Certain betrayals may have broken your confidence. But now something inside you has changed. You have become spiritually stronger. Instead of reacting emotionally, you moved with faith. Instead of allowing negativity to consume your mind, you trusted God even while under pressure. That spiritual maturity is exactly why heaven is now releasing greater favor into your life. God does. Not promote people who are unprepared to handle opposition. Before elevation comes testing. Before breakthrough comes resistance. Before public victory comes private warfare. Every difficult season you survived was preparing you for the blessing that is now approaching. And here is what your enemies do not understand. Once God releases a miracle, human interference becomes powerless. People may try to speak against you, but their words cannot override God's decision. People may attempt to delay your progress, but they cannot cancel divine timing. People may misunderstand you, reject you, or underestimate you, but none of those things can stop the purpose attached to your life. Chosen one, God is about to make your transformation visible. The same individuals who doubted you will begin noticing unusual favor surrounding your life. Opportunities that once ignored you will suddenly open. Situations that seemed impossible will begin turning around unexpectedly. Financial struggles, emotional burdens, and spiritual exhaustion will slowly lose their grip over your life. This miracle is not only about blessing you, it is about revealing God's power through your story. The people who tried to discourage you were only seeing your temporary season. They did not know God was developing strength inside you. They assumed your delays meant defeat, but heaven was actually preparing divine timing. Sometimes God hides his chosen people until the right moment arrives. And when that moment finally comes, elevation happens suddenly. Chosen one, stop fearing the opinions of people who cannot control your destiny. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Stop doubting what God placed inside you. The attacks you survived were proof that your calling is significant. Now the season is changing. God is removing limitations from your path. He is exposing hidden enemies, breaking spiritual barriers, and aligning the right people around your future. What once felt blocked will begin flowing again. What once felt impossible will begin happening naturally. And when the miracle fully unfolds, even your enemies will recognize that God's hand is over your life. Stay focused, chosen one. Do not become distracted by negativity now. Heaven has already released the blessing, and nothing standing against you has enough power to stop what God has decided to do. Chosen one, there. Were many moments in your life when you questioned why the pain had to last so long. You wondered why certain people betrayed you, why certain doors closed, and why you had to walk through seasons of loneliness that almost broke your spirit. At times, it felt unfair. It felt like you were carrying burdens heavier than the people around you. But what you did not fully understand then is what heaven is revealing now. The pain was never meant to destroy you. It was preparing you for power. Every difficult season carried a hidden purpose. God was shaping your character through disappointment. He was building your spiritual strength through hardship. He was teaching you wisdom through betrayal. While others were depending on comfort, you were being trained through pressure. That process was painful, but it created a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and spiritually mature. Chosen one, your recent action proved that you are no longer the same person you used to be. In the past, pain may have caused you to react emotionally. Fear may have controlled your decisions. Doubt may have stopped you from moving forward. But this time you responded differently. You moved with peace inside, teed of panic. You trusted God instead of collapsing under pressure. That response revealed growth, and heaven noticed it immediately. God often allows painful seasons because he is preparing his chosen people for greater responsibility. A weak spirit cannot carry a powerful destiny. That is why the struggle was necessary. Every setback was building endurance. Every delay was teaching patience. Every heartbreak was teaching discernment. Every lonely season was teaching you how to depend on God instead of depending completely on people. Looking back now, you can probably see moments where rejection actually protected you. Certain people walked away because they were never meant to go where God is taking you. Certain opportunities failed because they would have distracted you from your true purpose. What felt like loss was often divine redirection. Chosen one, pain has a way of revealing what is truly inside a person. Difficult seasons expose fear, insecurity, pride, and weakness, but they also create wisdom, compassion, resilience, and faith. You survive situations that should have broken you completely. Yet somehow, through every storm, God kept pulling you forward. That is because your life carries purpose. The enemy wanted the pain to make you quit. He wanted disappointment to make you bitter. He wanted rejection to convince you that you were worthless. But instead of destroying you, the struggle developed spiritual power inside you. Now you carry a level of wisdom and discernment that can only come through experience. Your testimony is becoming part of your calling. One day, the same pain you cried about will become the story that inspires someone else to keep going. The battles you survived will become proof that God can restore broken people. The strength you gained through suffering will help guide others through their darkest moments. Chosen one, do not regret the hard seasons anymore. Those painful chapters created the strength necessary for your next level. Without the pressure, you would not have discovered the power God placed inside you. Now heaven is preparing to reward that growth. The miracle approaching your life is bigger than temporary success. God is preparing transformation from the inside out. He is restoring your confidence, renewing your spirit, and opening doors connected to your divine purpose. You are not entering this neighborhood XT season as the weak version of yourself from the past. You are entering stronger, wiser, and spiritually prepared. And this is why the enemy can no longer stop you. The pain that was supposed to destroy you actually trained you. The rejection that was supposed to weaken you actually redirected you. The struggle that was supposed to silence you actually awakened the power within you. Chosen one, your suffering was never meaningless. Every battle was preparing you for elevation. Every tear was watering the seeds of your future. Every difficult season was shaping the person God needed you to become. Now the preparation season is ending, and the power you gained through pain is about to become visible to everyone around you. Chosen one, you may not fully realize it yet, but your life is standing at the edge of a major breakthrough. Something powerful is already shifting behind the scenes. Even though your eyes cannot see it clearly right now, heaven is moving pieces into place for your miracle to arrive at the perfect moment. God is working quietly, strategically, and intentionally on your behalf. The reason this season has felt so intense is because you are closer to your breakthrough than ever before. Right before a miracle appears, there is often confusion, pressure, and spiritual resistance. The enemy senses movement before you do. That is why doubt has tried to attack your mind recently. That is why discouragement has been whispering to you, telling you to give up now. But chosen one, those attacks are not signs of failure, they are signs that something significant is approaching. Your recent action was the final confirmation heaven needed to release what has been delayed for so long. God saw your obedience. He saw your faithfulness during uncertainty. He saw you continue believing when there was no visible proof that things would improve. That kind of faith moves heaven powerfully. Now your miracle is drawing near. You have spent enough time surviving, enough time struggling, enough time waiting for answers. God is preparing to shift you from survival into restoration. The doors that stayed closed for years are beginning to unlock. The opportunities you thought were lost are being redirected back toward your life. The peace you have been searching for is beginning to settle over your spirit. Chosen one, understand this clearly. Miracles rarely arrive the way people expect. Sometimes the breakthrough begins with one conversation, one unexpected opportunity, one message, one connection. One moment can suddenly change the direction of your entire life. That is why you must remain spiritually prepared. Do not allow disappointment to make you blind to what God is doing. Some blessings arrive quietly before they become visible publicly. Right now, heaven is arranging divine connections around you. Certain people are about to enter your life carrying answers, favor, support, and opportunities connected to your destiny. The waiting season was not punishment. It was preparation. If your blessing had arrived too early, you may not have appreciated it. You may not have been emotionally or spiritually strong enough to protect it. But now your character has been refined through struggle. Your wisdom has increased through experience. Your spirit has grown stronger through prayer and perseverance. Chosen one, this next chapter will be different because you are different now. God is not just changing your circumstances, He is transforming your mindset. The fear that once controlled you is losing power. The insecurity that once held or back is beginning to break. You are stepping into a new level of confidence because heaven is reminding you who you truly are. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not defeated. You are chosen. And because you are chosen, your story cannot end in failure. There were moments when you thought the pressure would destroy you. Moments when you almost walked away from your purpose. Moments when exhaustion made you question if your prayers were even being heard. But God kept you alive for a reason. He protected you because your assignment on this earth is not finished. Now the reward season is approaching. People who once overlooked you will begin noticing the favor over your life. Doors that seemed permanently locked will suddenly open with ease. Financial blessings, emotional healing, restored peace, spiritual clarity, and divine opportunities are moving closer every day. Chosen one, hold on a little longer. Do not quit now. Do not lose faith now. The breakthrough you prayed for is no longer far away. Heaven has already released movement in your favor. One day you will look back at this difficult season and realize that it was the final stage before your life. Ascension began. The pain was temporary, but the purpose connected to it will last for years. Your miracle is closer than you think, chosen one. Stay faithful, stay focused, and stay ready because the life God promised you is beginning to unfold right before your eyes. Chosen one, there was something different about your recent action. Heaven noticed it. While others moved in fear, confusion, and doubt, you moved with courage, faith, and obedience. You may have thought it was a small decision, a quiet sacrifice, or a hidden act nobody could see, but God saw every detail. The moment you chose faith over fear, something shifted in the spiritual realm. Doors began to unlock. Chains started breaking. Delayed blessings started moving toward you. What you did carried power because it came from a sincere heart. God is now preparing a miracle that will not only change your life, but also inspire everyone who once doubted you. Chosen one, your obedience has activated divine favor, and heaven is responding in ways you cannot yet imagine. Chosen one, there are moments in life that seem small to human eyes but carry enormous weight in the spiritual realm. Your recent action was one of those moments. While many people wait for signs before they move, you moved before you saw evidence. That is what made heaven respond so powerfully to you. Faith is not believing after the miracle appears. Faith is trusting God while the situation still looks impossible. And that is exactly what you did. You chose courage when fear surrounded you. You chose obedience when confusion tried to stop you. You chose to keep walking even though your heart was tired and your spirit felt exhausted. Most people around you had no idea how difficult it was for you to take that step. They saw your smile, but they did not see the internal battle. They saw your calmness, but they did not see the nights you spent questioning everything. Yet despite all of that, you still trusted God enough to move forward. Chosen one, heaven pays attention to actions rooted in faith. Anyone can speak positive words when life feels easy, but it takes spiritual strength to remain faithful during uncertainty. That is why your recent decision carried so much power. It proved that your connection with God is deeper than emotions, deeper than circumstances, and deeper than temporary pain. At the exact moment you acted in faith, things shifted in the spiritual realm. Chains that were holding back your progress started breaking apart. Delays connected to your destiny began losing power. Doors that once seemed permanently closed started opening quietly behind the scenes. You may not see the full results yet, but movement has already begun. God is showing you that obedience creates acceleration. One faithful decision can change the direction of an entire life. Many people miss their breakthrough because they refuse to move until everything makes sense. But you moved while the path was unclear. That level of trust activated divine favor over your situation. Chosen one, the reason your action touched heaven so deeply is because God knew how much it cost you. He knew you were fighting discouragement. He knew you were emotionally drained. He knew you felt misunderstood by people around you. Still, you did not allow bitterness to control your heart. Instead of giving up, you kept believing. Instead of collapsing under pressure, you kept praying. That perseverance became a spiritual signal that echoed through heaven. Now God is preparing to answer your faith with visible results. The miracle coming toward you, it's not accidental. It is connected to your willingness to trust God during a season when nothing seems certain. Heaven is rewarding your endurance. Opportunities are being aligned in your favor right now. Certain people are about to enter your life with answers you have been praying for. Unexpected doors will begin opening at the perfect time. You may have felt invisible for a long season, but God was watching every step you took. Nothing was wasted. Every prayer mattered. Every tear mattered. Every moment of obedience mattered. Chosen one, understand this clearly. Your faith has more power than your fear. Your obedience has more authority than the obstacles standing against you. And the miracle God is releasing into your life will be proof that heaven responds to those who continue believing even during dark seasons. Do not doubt yourself now. Do not return to fear now. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize. The same God who carried you through confusion is now leading you into clarity. The same God who allowed the testing season is preparing a season of reward. Stand strong, chosen one. Your faith has activated heaven, and the miracle connected to your obedience is already in motion.